everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Olga. I love to crochet and every week I share a new crochet tutorial here on my crochet channel. Today I would like to take a very close look at single crochets and show you 3 different ways to make them. First, let's clarify the difference between crocheting in the row and crocheting in the round. So here I have a sample that I made with single crochets, and this sample demonstrates crocheting in the row because I literally crocheted in rows. I would make 1 row of single crochets, then turn my work and make another row of single crochets, then turn again, and that's how I go back and forth, back and forth. And on this side I have 2 rows of alternating single crochets. The first row over here is the row of single crochets facing the right side. Then the second row is the row of single crochets facing the wrong side. Then again I have a row of single crochets with the right side and a row of single crochets with the wrong side. And that's because I crocheted this piece in the row, going this way and then going backwards. Now let me show you an example of crocheting in the round. So this piece I also made using single crochets, but I crocheted in the round. So I literally went in circles when I crocheted. And if we look at this fabric, we can see that it's actually different than this one. And that is because on this side, all of the single crochets are facing the right side. And on the other side, all the single crochets are facing the back side or the wrong side. And this is the difference between working single crochets in the row and in the round. Even though it's the same stitch, the fabric looks different. Now let's take a really close look at a single crochet and see what it looks like. For example, this one right here. You can see that it kind of looks like a small letter V. Goes down and up. And then on the top, there are 2 loops. But they are not straightly above this little V. They are more like to the side, to the right, and there are also 2 loops to the left. So this is what a single crochet looks like on the right side. Now let's take a look on the back side. And on the back side, it doesn't look like a little V at all. Let's take a look at this one, for example. And to me, it kind of looks like the Greek letter pi. It has this leg, this hat, and then above also 2 loops to the right and 2 loops to the left. So when we are crocheting the regular single crochets or classic single crochets, we insert the hook under these 2 loops right here. So let me show you. For my next single crochet, I insert the hook over here under these 2 loops. And that's how I make my single crochet. So these are regular or classic single crochets. And then if I'm working regular single crochets in the round, I'm doing the same thing. I'm inserting the hook under 2 loops, like this. Okay, so these are regular single crochets, and this type of single crochets is most widely used in crochet patterns. Now let me show you a different kind of single crochet right here. This piece is also crocheted in the round, but you can see that the fabric looks very different from these single crochets. Let's take a look at single crochets here. So they also look like a little V, and there are 2 loops to the right and 2 loops to the left. The difference here is the way I insert the hook. And when I'm crocheting this type of single crochets, I don't insert the hook under these 2 loops, but I insert my hook directly into the single crochet right here. In between these two parts of the V, I insert the hook right here. For the next one, it would be right here, right here. So it's exactly in the middle of a single crochet. Let me show you how I do it with the hook. So right here. And this is where I make the single crochet. And the next one right here. Inserting the hook this way gives me single crochets that are nicely aligned one above the other. In a lot of my tutorials and patterns, I actually indicate to insert the hook directly into single crochet, and that's what I mean by that. Right here, inserting the hook over here. Now this piece is crocheted in the round, so I'm constantly working into the single crochets that are facing the right side, so it is somewhat easy. However, in some patterns I would have to insert the hook directly into the single crochet on the wrong side. So let's take a look over here. Where would I insert the hook in that case? Well, not over here and not over here, because that's how regular single crochets are made, but right here. So here is my Greek letter pi, and I insert the hook right here in between these legs and under this little hat right here. That's where I would insert the hook. Or for the next one, over here, over here. And again, that way my single crochets will be aligned one on top of the other. So this is a useful technique to know, and actually crocheting this stitch in the round this way gives you a really beautiful, nice texture. This is the kind of stitch that you can use for making baskets because there is no stretch to it and it holds its shape really nicely. And I can show you another sample that I made with lighter yarn. Just look how pretty it looks. Very beautiful texture. Okay, so now we have two ways to make single crochets. The regular way, where we insert the hook under the two loops only. And then we have this way, where we insert the hook directly into the single crochet. And now I want to show you one more, this one right here. And if we take a look at single crochets here, it doesn't look like a little V, it doesn't look like the Greek letter pi. This one looks like a little X. And it also gives me a very beautiful texture, which also hardly has any stretch. It holds its shape, so it's perfect for making baskets or some kind of holders for something, like cup holders, I don't know. And I'll show you how I make these single crochets. So to make this type of single crochet, I insert the hook the way I do it for the regular single crochet, only under the two loops. But the little trick here is when I insert the hook, when I'm making a regular single crochet, I would grab the yarn like this and pull it through. For this single crochet, I insert the hook and I grab the yarn like this. So the hook is on top of the yarn. Not this way, the way I do it for the regular single crochet, but this way. The hook is on top of the yarn. And then I pull it through and I finish my single crochet. Again, insert the hook under the two loops and then grab the yarn with the hook on top of the yarn, like this. And that's how I work these single crochets. And I actually have a project on my channel that I made using this type of single crochets. I made myself a pair of socks and I really like the way they turned out. I like the texture. You can check out that tutorial. So there you have it, 3 different ways to make single crochets. I hope this video was useful to you. This information is helpful. Please give me a like, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you again in the next tutorial.